doing a stream like this. Yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. Currently, I had just repaired this monitor that I have gotten for free. It's a Sony SDM HS53. It's 1024 by 768, which will be perfect for this Windows 98 PC. It was being given away as broken, but I quickly found out that it was just, well, the ribbon cable for the matrix was disconnected. I just took it apart and saw that it was in fact disconnected and took it back together. Now it works. Just let me finish screwing this thing back together and I'll show it off. This panel is back on. Let me get this VGA screw back in. Give me a second. I should have done this before I put this thing back together. But yeah, I've done it already. Oh, hi, somebody joined. First of all, I'm gonna make sure that this monitor works at all. Because even if it was just the ribbon cable, I just want to make sure. Okay, give me a second, I need to get this thing plugged in. It's plugged in. Turning it on. It works. Let me see. Let me open up Firefox or something. Okay. Oh. It turned off the brightness for some reason. Like, you cannot see anything. No. Okay, I might have found out a new issue about this monitor. The backlight might be dead. Oh god, this is... I'll deal with you later, okay? All that all that I care about is that this thing seems to be working. These goddamn VGA cable screws. I hate them. Anyways, it shall be time to get the actual computer built. 4 viewers, damn. Alright. Fuck you. Okay. So, about the... Yeah, I could, but the issue is that the backlight is dead. I'll figure it out later. I just don't feel like dealing with it right now. So, what kind of thing? Well, what kind of specs this computer got? Well, it's on socket 775, so it's pretty modern. Well, for Windows 98, that is. It's on this motherboard. Yeah, P5 KPL AM in slash GB slash SI revision 1.03G. Yeah, it'll have 1 GB of RAM, which is the theoretical limit on regular Windows 98. And about the GPU, it's the last ATI graphics that, god damn it, the last ATI graphics card supported on Windows 98. Well, one of the last. It's a Radeon X550 Advantage 128 megabytes version. I would get a better graphics card for this thing, but I don't really feel like spending all that much money on this thing. The worst part is that there's this little standoff that's stuck on this board. So I have to remove this one. Oh, that's surprisingly easy. Huh. And where else should I put one? Yeah. I think like about here. Let me see. I don't think that's where it should be, but an attempt's an attempt, and I do attempts. Let me fit the board. I'll buy myself a stand, you know what? When I get my paycheck, I'm gonna get myself a stand for my phone. Because doing stuff one-handed is not that pleasant, honestly. God damn it. There we go. That's in. I throw this thing in. I lost the IO shield for this board like years ago. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say years ago. I had this thing laying around for so long. It used to be my main computer, in fact. It's the same one I did the... what was it called? The Red 2 Reimagined chart. Oh shit. Wow. I did not see this. Wow. Is this what I'm thinking it is? Like I can just remove these without having to rip off this. No, I think it's just like so you can remove the boards. I mean the expansion cards more easily. I'm stupid. More easily. Also, hi Kalido. I need to get this thing out. It's not coming out. There we go. There's a lot of standoffs on this case, which are for a bigger motherboard, but I'm putting in a small motherboard into a big case. So there's a lot of standoffs which are not needed. I honestly should try just putting a regular old Linux on that board. Well, on this build. It would be interesting to see the performance. Okay, so line it up. There we go. One screw here. Out of the ones that are already on this piece of shit. One in. Oh, Pentium E5300 on socket 5 No, I'm stupid. 5300. 1 gigabyte of DDR2 RAM and a Radeon X550. 128 megabytes of VRAM. It's pretty overkill for Windows 98, but it's the oldest working computer I have. Well, parts of a computer. The Socket 478 board I have laying around seems to be dead. It booted up like twice and then proceeded to never boot up again. Well, it's time to put in the graphics card. I need to remove this. Oh, that's how it does. That's how it works. That's cool. I wonder, can you remove like these clips? It's no, I don't think you can. But anyways, it's time for graphics card. Oh shit, I need to bend it. Yeah, it should, but I just feel like doing Windows 98 on this thing. Linux works on just about everything. If it ran on my Pentium 3 in like 2021, I think it will run on this thing even better. Okay. I need to... There we go. That's much better. Just get that in. 6 viewers, god damn. Okay. And there we go. That's nice. Plugged in. I also have these two audio cards laying around. I don't think I'll use them because they don't seem to be working at all. Okay, time for the power supply. Okay, I might have a problem because I don't know if this power supply actually supports 24 pin power. So I might be a little fucked here. Let's see. It'll be interesting to try. Okay. Yeah, this power supply does not have 24 pin power. That might be a problem. Well, let's just see. Time for the bag of RAM I have. It's literally just a mixed bag of RAM. Let me find like what a 1 gigabyte DDR2 stick. So we got DDR2 2 gigabyte stick, another 2 gigabyte DDR2 stick, a 1 gigabyte Kickset stick, another gigabyte stick by KingMax. Yeah, it's pretty bold, but the last time I tried, it seems to be working. Another Kingston DDR2 1 gigabyte stick, another Kingston 1 gigabyte stick. What is this? NCR 1 gigabyte. I don't know why it has a low bitrate. Another 1 gigabyte DDR2 stick by KingMax, which I didn't know was a brand, and a Hynix 1 gigabyte DDR2 stick. I think last time I used a Kingston, like a Kingston RAM stick, so I'll use it this time as well. Come on, let me. Okay, wrong orientation. I'm a little stupid. And yeah, come on. There we go. One click. Ah, that's good enough. Okay, this is pretty much built. I'm just gonna try and boot it up to see if like it even works. with 20 pin. I'm currently live streaming over mobile data, but I don't think that Wi-Fi would be much better. Let me try. It might stutter for a second right now. I'm a genius. I am an actual genius. I was live streaming over fucking VPN, and that's amazing. All right, time for power. Power in. VGA. Let me get it out. Plug it in to my main monitor just to test. Okay, give me a second. VGA has been plugged in from the monitor to this compute. Come on, there we go. Power on. I'm gonna short the pins to start up the board manually. Which one is it? Okay, this one. Okay, it turned on. It seems to be fine. Let me switch to the VGA. Okay, that's really nice to know that it'll work over 20 pin power, because I really don't want to dig out a different power supply for this thing. That's good. No hard drive right now, so that's fine. And let's see. I have, instead of a bag of RAM, I have a bag of hard drives that are on the floor. Alright, I'll put this monitor away. I'll figure something out with it later. Alright, this RAM is no longer needed. It'll go somewhere in the pile of parts. And the bag of hard drives. There are so much like SATA drives in here, but I think I'll be able to find the 80 gig drive that I used when I was originally building this thing. Okay, that's a 250 gig drive. That's a 500 gig drive for laptops. What is this? 80 gigabytes Barracuda. Might be or might be not. I have no idea. That's a 250 gig SATA drive. That's a 160 gig IDE drive. You know what? Just for fun, I might try and throw this in. I really doubt that Windows 98 will be able to work with like 160 gigabytes, but it might be fun. And there's there's another drive. This one is the same exact one as this one, just SATA instead of IDE. Well, it's time to hook this, throw this into the computer. I'll try to test some games on this stream, but I don't know. If I have enough time, I'll try it. I'll try playing Windows. I'll try playing Half-Life 2 on this thing. Alright, there we go. Good enough. Now for screws. Give me a second to find some. Okay, that did not take long. I found my box of screws, which was literally just some HDD enclosure. Busted it open. Let me find one of the screws that I took out. Not all. That's needed for case. And let's find some. I think this one. 8 viewers. What the fuck? This is the most I've ever had. I have lost my screwdriver again. Oh, never mind. I found it again. And let's go ahead and screw it in. Let me push it in. There we go. This is probably the drive that has Windows 98 on it. I have no idea. And we'll find out on this stream. If it doesn't, I'll have to go through the pain of finding everything that I used for installing Windows 98 with a USB drive like I did last time. Yes, I installed Windows 98 off of a flash drive. That was so painful. Especially copying files. Okay, this might be the screw that fits. Yep. There we go. Hard drive in. And SATA cable found. Okay. This later. When I'll get another 775 board, I might put it in here, or I might put a socket for 78 board in here. I don't know. But I think this will do for now. Just like 2 drives. I'll put the second one in later, because, well, I don't think Windows 98 will like me putting like 240 gigabytes of storage. Alright. I am going to look for more screws. Okay, I ran out of fitting screws, so I'll just throw some in that are not fitting, but will still work. Let me... Boom. Fuck. Okay. That was painful. Okay, seems to be fine, seems to be fine. That is not fine. So, another screw shall go in. I have found another screw. And so, it shall go in. I hate that Asus, whatever the pronunciation of it is, put a screw right beside the CPU pan, the CPU power. Come on, come on. Get in. Get in. Yes. Come on. God damn it. sucks. Okay, let me. It's under the power supply now. The screw is under the power supply. It is official. Where is the screw? I lost the screw. It went somewhere. Oh, I found it. There it is. This little guy. Come here. Now it's time to. Come on. Yes, finally. I have gotten that screw in. Finally. I have done it. Okay, now it's all nice and secure. I'm gonna plug in the hard drive. No floppy drive or CD drive for now. I'll set them up one day. And it's time for the little cables. These are terrifying. Okay, so motherboard switch. Oh shit, it does not reach. We might have a problem. The power switch does not reach. Oh no, it does reach. It just barely does. There we go. Hard drive LED. That goes in like this. Reset switch. That goes in like this, I guess. And now it's time for the power LED. These two tiny little goddamn cables. I do not have small hands, and it is pain. It's a true pain. God damn it. I hate plugging these in so bad. Okay, I got one in. Let me try getting the other. It should be much easier. And finally, I have gotten all of the case, little front panel things plugged in. And I'm gonna plug in the speaker as well, just if in the future I'll have any problems. Oh no, this is USB. Oh, damn. I forgot the USB ports on these older boards are like this instead of, the usual. The issue is, this does not specify which port is ground. Well, this board does not specify which of the pins is ground. Let me